Hi. This week's post is called Grief Sleeps in a Dog Bed, and Molly Woke It Up. I told everyone it was time for another dog after 3+ years of living pet-free. People started forwarding me options that fit my criteria: small, female, not a puppy, not requiring haircuts, and housebroken. When a friend with Elder Dog Peterborough sent me details about a dog named Molly, I laughed. I already had Molly-labeled treat containers and dishes from my last dog, a positive sign for sure. In early July, a friend and I took a road trip 90 minutes northeast of Toronto to meet Molly 2, the 12-year-old Jack Russell companion to a woman who'd had a stroke and could no longer manage her. I was a bit leery about the age, I'll be honest, but among 60-year-old humans there's wide variation, so maybe this was a youthful 12, matching my youthful nearly 60. When I park-walked Molly for 20 minutes, I was encouraged. She tried to run ahead, engaged with other dogs and humans, and was curious about things. I picked her up for good on August 11th. There's a 2-week cooling period, the agency volunteer told me. Sure, but I won't need that, I said. Jack used to say, only a cow doesn't change its mind. He'd seen me set my compass in one direction and continue on that course despite circumstances changing. After a tussle getting Molly 2 sorted out in the backseat hammock I bought for the car, she slept and I beamed behind the wheel, imagining walking along the Humber River à deux after 3 years of setting out alone. At home, we made a quick tour of the park beside my house, but she was keen to go further. We set out to the river, picking up one of the 2 dogs I decided would be her BFFs and her owner. The dogs demonstrated the perfect degree of antipathy to each other. We descended the stairs to the river path, and Molly's energy started to lag. That's okay, my friend and I agreed. She'll work up to it. On our way back home, she met her second new BFF, and again she was reasonably chill. We came home, had a little rest, had some dinner, and then started out for another tour of the block. She wanted more walking, so I appeased her. This was what I missed. Bedtime was a little stressful as she railed against the gated community I established. You see, I like dogs, but I won't sleep with them. At the suggestion of Elder Dog, I created a dedicated space for her. I secured her in a hidey hole with tasteful white fencing, which also allowed kitchen access in case she needed a nighttime sip from the water bowl or to look out the kitchen window into the yard. After a time, she resigned herself to her confinement and settled down in her carrier to sleep. Knowing she could wake up, cry, pee, whine, or otherwise disturb me made sleeping trickier for me. I got up at 7. I'm plagued by fear of things dying, and so I was relieved when finally I saw the gentle yet almost imperceptible rise and fall of her tubby little belly. She finally stirred, and I pounced, must get her out to pee. She moved outside slowly, stiffly, and without enthusiasm. Oh God, I broke my dog. Surely she'll limber back up. We toured around the garden where we passed 2 snails, but only just. No peeing yet, so we ventured into the park next door. It was painful to watch her. 12 years' worth of arthritis was on full display. The leash was slack. This wasn't the dog I met 3 weeks ago in the park, or who trotted beside me yesterday. She peed and pooed dutifully. After her breakfast, she collapsed back in the carrier. That's where she lay for the next week, interspersed by short park walks. My daily walking stats plummeted from 5 kilometers to 1.5. And I was transported back 8 years when Jack was only just alive. The parallels stacked up. The weight of responsibility for everything related to this being, her food, her schedule, even keeping track of her poops. Contemplated getting her a stroller so she could enjoy my lengthy walks, but that evoked the memory of pushing Jack around Weston in a wheelchair in his last days. When we ventured to the park, people asked me about her. How lovely you're giving an old dog such nice last years, they'd say. Years! Oh my God, could I do years of this? Each conversation resulted in tears. I was feeling trapped, too. It would be wrong to leave her to do my own thing, because what if my presence let her feel insecure? Let her feel secure, rather. Painful memories that I thought had faded for good. On the 5th day, I hosted my annual summer party. Molly proved an able co-host, charming my guests and showing more energy. I shared with my guests my doubts about the arrangement. All were supportive, except one. He said out loud all the things I was feeling. You can't reject a dog just because she's old. You must fulfill all commitments. It's not all about you. You have to do the right thing. But I wasn't sleeping well or even enjoying food, evidence of a significant emotional upheaval and reminiscent of the grief I experienced during Jack's illness and death. I shed more tears than I had in the last year, many while talking to other dog owners, caregivers, and widows. One person told me about turning down human adoptee children who exceeded what they knew would be their parenting abilities before they found the right ones. Each exchange, especially the one about human adoptees, brought me closer to making a difficult decision. I just couldn't relive these feelings any longer. Unlike Jack, I don't love Molly too, and I haven't committed using words like sickness and health and until death us do part. I asked Elder Dog to find Molly too another home. Yes, I changed my mind. Doing so has allowed me to enjoy Molly as a short-term house guest. I will put her to bed for the last time on Monday. But more importantly, grief drifted back off to sleep. I wonder where it will awaken next. Thanks for watching.